YouTube friends, hello, I am Kat Meffan. I'm your yoga teacher for today. Today's practice is all about moving with this idea of togetherness, of solidarity. Not just for women feeling together, though that is like a big part of this empowering practice, but really with everything going on in the world right now, just finding strength in the togetherness that feels good for you, whether that's in your close circles, whether that's in online communities, knowing that there are other people that you can lean on for support and that you can share with. And so when we come into our practice today, first of all, we're going to be working with Ganesha Mudra. So we are going to be working with it with both hands. So it doesn't matter which one you go for first. And it's the clasp of the hands. Now, Ganesha, the deity, is all about the remover of obstacles, finding that inner strength and that confidence, which is a really beautiful one. And then as we practice, we are going to be working a lot with an interlace grip. So we'll be working with this interlace grip quite a lot throughout the flow. So just knowing that there are two things that are going to come up for us today. And we're going to get started. As you can see, I'm standing up. We're going to be starting standing up in our practice today. So getting your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, closing down the eyes and rolling those shoulders back, we arrive here together today. And just keeping the breath nice and soft. Just in case you haven't already, always just having your props nearby. You may want either a bolster or 2 blocks today, just something to rest your hands on at the top of the mat, just for part of our practice. So checking in with the breath, just asking, how do I feel right here, right now? And we're going to come to find that Ganesha Mudra. So you're going to take the right hand on top of the left and find that clasp. Elbows out, roll the shoulders back, really nice and strong here. Crown of the head rising up to the sky as we really firmly plant our feet into the earth. And you can kind of almost take a softness, a buoyancy through the knees here as we really ground in. From here, we're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose, reach the arms up, keep the hands connected. Blow the exhale out as the hands come back down. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. And then just switch so the left hand's on top, and we'll do 3 breaths exactly the same with the left hand on top. Last one. And then either keeping with that left hand on top or going back to the right, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And we're just going to hold here for a moment. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today, an offering for your practice. And as well as an intention today, bringing to mind someone or a group of people maybe that you would like to devote and dedicate your practice and your energy to today. Maybe that person is moving through a lot of obstacles at the moment, and you're sending them the power and the inner strength of Ganesha as we ground here. And then slowly releasing the hands all the way down by the sides. Heel toe the feet a little wider so you're in kind of goddess legs. You're going to take and bend through the knees, find goddess legs, reach the arms up, and that interlace of the hands comes in. And we're going to shift side to side here. So powering through those legs. Getting that beautiful warrior strength of the goddess. And then come to that center point and then rise all the way up. Keep the arms lifted, so you've just lengthened the legs. And we're going to drop it back down. And again, side to side. Feeling a little bit of the fire rising through the legs. Come to center And then straightening those legs, and then releasing the hands down by the side, rolling the shoulders back. So pivoting those toes to face forwards now, Prasarita Padottanasana legs. Interlace the hands behind the back. Take an inhale as you lift and lengthen. Halfway fold. So halfway fold and draw the knuckles back behind you here. Taking 3 really strong, solid breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The last one, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, take an inhale, come all the way up to standing. Release the hands. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through the heart space. Interlace those hands behind the back again. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Now seeing if you can fold a little bit further forwards, allowing the arms to drop over behind you. If this feels a bit intense early in the practice, just don't allow the arms to drop so far. You've got another breath here. On your next inhale, come all the way up to standing, powering through that body. Release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms high up to the sky. Exhale the hands down through the heart space. We turn to face the top of the mat. Step that right foot to join the left foot. And once again, just roll those shoulders back as we ground here. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it down. Now, either you've got your 2 blocks in front of you, or you could have a bolster to put the hands on. A little bit of support. Always helpful here. So we're going to take the right leg back. Keep the hips square. Now, you're going to come onto the fingertips on that right block. Open the right hip as if you were coming to Ardha Chandrasana, but you're not. And you're going to bend that right knee in. Bottom comes towards the heel, holding here. So I want you to keep the support on the blocks. Taking another big breath. Reaching that right leg out long. Square the hip again. Place the right hand back down on the block. And then lower the right leg down to the earth. Same again on the left side. So left leg reaches out behind you, squaring the hip. Fingertips up onto the block or the bolster. Open the left hip. Keep the support with those fingertips. And then draw the heel towards the bottom. Taking one more breath here. Lengthening left leg all the way out. Square the hip. Left hand plants down onto the block. And then lower that left leg all the way down. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen the chest. Exhale, fold down over both legs. And you can just take hold of opposite elbows here if that feels good. And then lifting the chest slightly, ground down through the hands. Keep the blocks where they are, even if it means needing to push the hands a little bit further back than where they usually be. Take a nice big step back into a downward facing dog. And taking a couple of breaths just to pedal out through those legs. Maybe a shake, a nod of the head. Moving through the feet as well. The feet are what ground us into that sense of safety and security. Giving them a little bit of love always. And then starting to walk those feet all the way back in again to the blocks. Take an inhale as you lift the chest. Place both hands on the blocks. So this time, taking your hands keep your hands as they are on the block. You're going to take your right leg out to the right side. And then you're going to balance the right fingertips onto the block. And you're just going to hold this one here. And this is pretty intense. You're getting a little bit of fire here. Hold, hold, hold. And lower it back down. Right hand plants down. Fingertips of the left onto the left block. Open that left leg out to the side, holding here. And then slowly lowering it back down. And then place the blocks into both hands. And obviously, if you don't have blocks, then you don't need to do this with blocks. Hinge at the hips, bend the knees, Utkatasana. So lifting the chest a little bit here, reach the blocks back behind you. We're going to inhale, both blocks rise up to the sky. Exhale, take them back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Last time. Inhale, up. And exhale, back. Place those blocks down just outside of the mat and come all the way up to standing, maybe feeling those glutes working pretty hard here. Coming to the top of the mat, interlace the hands behind the head, grounding into the right foot. You're going to lift the left knee up to the chest. Hold here. And now you can do this with as much of an open heart as you want to, making this really lovely and expressive. That left leg's going to reach back behind you. It's kind of like an open flying warrior three with this heart space up. As you start to lower all the way down, down, down. So you're in kind of like a warrior three, but you might have your hip open a bit. You might have the chest open a bit. Make it expansive. Take another inhale. And then step that left foot down behind you. Keep the hands as they are behind the head. Open the sternum up to the sky. Draw those elbows back. This opening heart to the togetherness, the solidarity, the people that empower us. Now from here, dropping the left knee down, you're going to bring the hands into that interlaced position with the palm, with the base of the palm together. Reach the arms all the way up. Lower it a little deeper into the lunge as the arms reach back. Taking another inhale. And then exhale, start to shift the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Can you hover and hold it here? So this requires a bit more strength and balance than if we had our hands down. Reaching that interlace of the hands forwards. This directional cue, this is like giving ourselves to that connection, that unitedness. And then take an inhale, reach the arms up, come back into the lunge. Keep back toes tucked under, lift up the back knee. We're going to gaze towards the right. So we're going to look towards the right as if we were coming all the way round for a little twist. You're going to bend the elbows and then left elbow coming over right knee. You can take the back knee down if you wish. And where normally you'd have palms together, you're going to see if you can keep that interlace. And I know, it's a little bit spicy. We've got this. Just one more breath here. And then slowly lowering down. Plant both hands down. Step it back through that plank position, holding here. Find an inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Either exhaling down through your flow, whether that's chaturanga or the knees, or you can just peel yourself straight back to a downward facing dog. But ultimately, all of us meeting back in that downward facing dog. Rising up to the toes, starting to walk the feet in. So keep the legs as straight as you can until you can't keep them straight anymore. Stay up on the toes if you can. You can bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees. Maybe you have to come up to fingertips. And now you're in here at this point. You're on the toes still. You're going to lift the chest. Maybe you grab your blocks for a little bit of an extra challenge. We're just going to take one of those lifts up with the blocks, but we're on the toes. Take an inhale. Ooh, the wobbles. And exhale. Placing the blocks down and ground your feet down. Beautiful. Interlace the hands behind the head. You might want to step yourself forwards. Grounding into the left leg now. Lift the right knee into the chest. And just holding, feeling into the strength of stillness here. Keeping the heart open, drawing the elbows back. Right leg glides out behind you, lowering yourself towards a warrior three, but a lovely open and expansive variation. And then stepping that right foot all the way back behind you. High lunge, drawing the sternum all the way up to the sky. Elbows come back. And then lowering that right knee all the way down to the ground. Take the arms all the way up, finding that interlace. Base of the palms are together. Dip it deeper into that low lunge, drawing the arms back, opening through the shoulders. Glutes are switched on, supporting you here. And then starting to shift the hips back. Left leg lengthens. Reach those arms out long in front of you. Using the breath as your biggest guide here. Starting to move forwards again into the low lunge. Tuck the toes, back toes under if they're not already. Lengthening the back leg. We twist the body towards the left as we bring those arms all the way around. Bending the elbows. Right elbow comes over the left knee. And where you'd usually have the palms together, we're going to keep the interlace here. Feeling the heat rising through the body. This inner strength. And then gazing down, framing that left foot, step it back, find plank position. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, even moving down through your chaturanga or your knees, or you can take it straight back to a downward facing dog if you wish. Everybody arriving back in that downward facing dog. A few breaths here just to ground back in. And then rising up to the toes. Start to take that walk all the way towards the top of the mat. If you need to bend the knees, because we're all going to bend the knees when we get there, we're just going to take that one more time. Get those blocks if you want to. Utkatasana. Inhale, blocks reach up. Woo! Exhale, blocks come back. And then you're going to place the blocks down where they were before when we were using them. And then just bring yourself up to standing. Roll those shoulders back. So take an inhale, reach the arms high up to the sky. Exhale, hands plant down onto blocks. Right leg goes back. Open that hip and you can have the fingertips here. This time, if you want to, you can take this right hand and see if you can get the bind or the hook of the right hand around the right ankle. And kind of optional, actually, I'm going to give you here. Either foot to the sky is going to be more of a hip opener, or foot behind you is going to be more of a heart opener. So see which variation. There's no right or wrong here. Feel into your intention today. What feels right for you? Okay, and then we're going to get into something a little bit funky now. So drawing that knee down, move your blocks just out to one side. So you're going to keep this right leg lifted. Your right hand is going to come out to the side, and you want to have as much space here as possible, coming into super soldier. Your left hand is feeding between the two. It's going to take hold of your outsider edge of your foot, and then you pivot the knee. So from here, you want to pivot the knee up to the sky, opening the hip. And look, maybe this is completely not accessible. You just have a little bit of fun with it. If you want to stay in a half moon for a bit longer or take a standing split, That could be your variation, just having a little bit of fun with this. Because, believe it or not, when we are in solidarity, feeling that sense of togetherness, life is more fun. And then release it all the way down, place your blocks back, come to standing, and have a little shake out. Whew. Oh, that progressed quickly, didn't it? So we're going to take all of that to the other side. Let's reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to the blocks. Left leg coming out, opening that hip. Now you can keep balanced with that left hand down if you want to, or you're going to take your left hand onto the left ankle. Again, finding your option of what feels right for you here, either foot up to the sky or foot out behind you. You've got this. And then we start to lower that left knee down. Just keep the left leg off, move your blocks to one side. So it's your left hand that's going to reach probably off the mat. And then your right hand is coming between the leg and the arm. It's going to take hold of the outside edge of that left foot. We open the hip as we pivot the knee up to the sky and then gaze underneath. Woo! You've got this. Any variation or anything that looks even remotely similar. Could be a standing split, whatever feels good for you here. And then bringing that left leg all the way down. Bring yourself up to standing and have a little shake out. Incredible. Roll those shoulders back. Interlace the hands as you reach your arms all the way up. We're just going to open through that side body. So we just opened massively into the side body through that super soldier, which is going to give it a little bit more of a grounding opening. So from here, you can step your right foot behind your left. And then you're going to bend over to the left, opening through the right side body. With the interlace of the hands, you can pull that right hand with the left, with that connection through the knuckles. And then bring it back through center and take it over to the other side. And then bringing it all the way back through center, releasing those hands, heel toe the feet to hip width apart. Further than hip width apart, malasana width apart, toes facing outwards. We're going to bring ourselves all the way down to that malasana. Crown of the head reaching all the way up as the tailbone just naturally grounds down. We're not rounding through the pelvis. We want to kind of find that lovely neutral spine here. And then allowing yourself to very gracefully plant the bottom all the way down. Place the feet down, maybe scoot your bottom forwards a bit. Have a block on hand. You may or may not want it. And you're going to slowly, really slowly lower down to the earth. So we're going to do this in unison together. Together, together, together. Do you get the point of this practice? Slowly starting to roll yourself down. Roll, 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 roll. Slowly, slowly. And I can't do this part because I'm postpartum, but lift an inch, lower an inch, lift an inch, lower an inch, and release all the way down to the ground. You're going to draw the knees into the chest. And you're going to take your left ankle onto the right knee. Reach the arms out into cactus or T-shape. And you're going to draw those knees actively into the chest. And maybe have a little kind of rock side to side here. But the hands aren't doing the work. The legs are doing the work here. And then we're going to slowly take those legs as they are over to the right side. So the sole of the left foot grounds down. Head goes over to the left, and you want to externally rotate from this left hip. You got another couple of breaths here. And then slowly bring yourself all the way back through center. And then switch the legs over. So the right ankle is coming onto the left knee. Again, using the legs to draw yourself in here. Arms stay out in T-shape or cactus. And then allowing those legs to glide over to the left. Head going over to the right. Opening that right knee through that external rotation of the right hip. And then slowly, gently bringing those legs all the way back through center, unraveling them, hugging the knees into the chest and giving yourself a little rock side to side. Option to take a little happy baby if there is one calling your name right now, just for 2 breaths. And then we're going to rock ourselves up and down the spine with enough momentum so that then we can come all the way up to seated, keeping those knees bent in, self-love hug, wrapping both arms around the legs, close the eyes, draw the forehead down towards the knees. And in this moment of self-love hugging, knowing that in order to devote and share ourselves and our love with others, it's really important that we fill up our own cup. And that is exactly what we do here when we arrive on the mat every time. Maybe you give yourself a little rock side to side. And keeping the eyes closed, releasing the self-love hug and just coming into a comfortable seated position. And we're going to come back to that Ganesha mudra. Any hand on top, but really finding the rollback of the shoulders and the strength of this mudra as we feel grounded here, as we feel this sense of confidence and inner strength, this resilience. Settling into a gentle breath as we start to move towards the end of our practice. And we'll find a few moments of silence in this micro meditation. Releasing the hands. Take an inhale, gather energy all the way up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms come together, exhale as you bring the hands down to the heart space. Place one hand on top of the other into the heart. And we seal our practice with one big vibrational Om together. Take an inhale. Thank you all so much for being in flow with me today, to finding your togetherness. YouTube friends, it is always an absolute pleasure holding space for you on this platform. But don't forget that if you want more classes with me, I have my own app. All the information is below. There's a 14-day free trial, so you can try before you buy. It's a really magical place to be. There's over 1,000 classes now, which is wild. We have lots of different variations and styles of yoga from me and other guest teachers. We also have Pilates, we have posture therapy, we have Qigong. We have all of the good stuff, basically. So come and check it out. Details in the description box. And I look forward to flowing with you again very soon. Bye-bye.